try to sell me on something while I about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32.
Tony Pollard.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action, rolling to his left, going for it all. And it is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Caught by number 11.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Again, the juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with Pollard. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the red zone now, Prescott. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Jalen Richard on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
A 2-yard pick.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Vegas.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
Carr now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Carr's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
an extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now Carr going left on the option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind Coachman in Orlando back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Second and 5 now. Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun now on third down, Carr buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused caused that penalty and wiped out the interception, you got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
Point conversion.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And now has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And the Washington.
Here's Prescott.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive, son.
And it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Number 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 41, Carr. Looking for his line back, and he's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And trying to get it to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. And he's got this down to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Marcus Joyner there defensively.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not
rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Atkin. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Tackle made back.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9-yard gain on the
Going to run again here with Pollard. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
tackle. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Catch made, it's Moreau. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That time on the run pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 19 yards away. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Prescott. He may try and run for Prescott stripped, and the Raiders have recovered.
That takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From a yard out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's got Daly. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
16.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
A gain of 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a guy who played his college ball here in the Bay Area, and that's Stanford's Bryce Love. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
A 32-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed to clock exactly right. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. That catch good for only a couple. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
And at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is what...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31.
If you
and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been. Fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now the ball's out. Cole lost it. Fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Today's finals, Washington.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire